See what you're working with there. Let's see what he's working with.
Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
But you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Ingram. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
Damn right.
This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this from 39. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, they only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yes, sir.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion.
Yeah, you
really
struggling,
enjoyed
baby boy.
watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
All right.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Single, single the slot. Ready, check, 47. All day.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Yes, sir.
So the Eagle offense coming on here.
Give me some more.
For 2 points. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And they turn the pick-6 into a pick-8 with that 2-point conversion.
I'm going for the win.
That is outstanding right there. What a
I'm going for the win, baby boy.
Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
You ain't going nowhere.
Slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Man, don't you get tired of going all the way there now for nothing.
First. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he bats it away. And
that's right. I'll take that knockdown.
Incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased out left.
Come in.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On third down, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. 4th down. Here's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Man, no
now before
damn
the
well
second
he
down
wasn't
play,
gonna
we'll
go
get
score
whistles
on
and a
that.
timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Wentz. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown.
That shit went by so fast then.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, it's Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
What was that, man?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run from the pistol with Ingram. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, it's Ingram. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Throwing is Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a first carry for their fullback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run here with Ingram. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he will score.
You see that bullshit? Okay, we'll play like that. We'll play like that.
Touchdown run.
We'll play like that.
As his guys are back within a single score.
We'll play like that.
Right now, a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Check 31, check 31. Check. Deuce. Zip it. I got it. Short. Check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion
we'll play like that.
is successful.
We'll play like that, bro.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
We'll play like that.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I'm coming after you. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Black, come on.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he connects.
The fuck you talking about going through?
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
17, 18, 19.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
I missed it.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Man, that motherfucker kicking so goddamn fast.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Throwing now is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. They're running. Ingram. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now, a chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nigel Bradham in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big pickup there, and without...
What? You gonna quit? You gonna quit? Hey, you know I got that on YouTube, don't you?